One of the biggest human flaws, I reckon, is the gap between perception and reality. So your perception before you come in to rugby league versus your perception now, having been here a few months. What is the biggest item on your agenda in terms of surprises? What you didn't realise that you'd find?
Honestly, Jamie, I think I kind of knew what I was going to get, and I have got what I thought I was going to get, right. And that's probably because I've never stopped watching the game. I've never stopped going around the grounds. I have worked in the sport before. I think, you know, as somebody who's watched the sport for 50 years almost, it's at a fairly a big crossroads, if I can say it that way. You know, I think our profile isn't anywhere near as big as it has been. And this is a guy who, you know, I'm not looking through rose-coloured spectacles. I'm not looking at the halcyon days of whenever it was where the terraces were all full. That's not been the case. But I don't think I'd be sitting in this seat if you know, the garden was as rosy as we need it to be. You know, so, you know, I'm here because the Super League clubs have felt that the RFL has tried to do too much and be all things to all men and hasn't had the focus on Super League that it should have had. And I'm also here because I think, you know, performance in terms of growing the game commercially hasn't been as good as it probably should have been, and that's down to me. You know, that there's ultimate accountability there now. So the Super League clubs have said, you know, we can do better here. Well, it's down to me and my team to make sure we can. So whether that's, you know, commercial sponsorship or broadcast partnerships, and then the other reason I'm here is that, you know, Super League clubs have felt that the RFL has taken far too big a slice of the money in the game, and I have to, you know, having looked at that, I have to agree with them, and that, you know, this is largely a Super League-led sport that drives commercial value, that drives broadcasting revenues, that then Super League should be taking a bigger slice and a fairer slice of that cake, and I think that's true. I absolutely have to say, though, that's not in any way neglecting or disrespecting the contribution that other people make to the game, and that's one of the things that in this discussion we've had with the RFL, you know, what we are doing is guaranteeing money into lower divisions, we're guaranteeing money into RFL. In 3.5 years' time, when we have a new broadcast deal, then there are still some substantial guarantees on the table. Very few businesses have the luxury of that certainty 3.5 years hence that they're going to get, you know, a certain sum of money. Super League doesn't have that certainty, you know. So I think Super League clubs feel, you know, too much money has gone out of their businesses, but they are absolutely respectful of everybody's place, you know, within the game.